All right, man. Ticket TV, live streams, like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to A Weapons, C Rap Midlife Music. Let me get to this video, man, because I see where this is going. A lot of people are upset with NBA superstar, now Hall of Famer, former superstar, now Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony, because during his Hall of Fame speech, he claimed uh, his Puerto Rican heritage, right? He claimed his Puerto Rican heritage, so they're upset about that, right? I want y'all to understand this, man, right? Uh, because his mother uh, was Puerto Rican, right? His mother is Puerto Rican, his father's black, right? So everybody said, "Oh man, Carmelo, man, he a sellout, man. He claimed Puerto Rican, man." Well, duh. He would claim Puerto Rican. First of all, Carmelo Anthony's not this super duper duper. Uh, I'm all for only the black community type shit. He not on no super militant type shit like that. First and foremost, but he do stand up for black folks' rights. Carmelo Anthony's father is African American. I repeat myself again. His father is African American. Excuse me, his mother is African American. I'm sorry, right? His mother's African American, right? Um, his father, uh, Carmelo, has the same name as him. He's Puerto Rican, right? His father had African, Spanish descent, right? So basically, he was born in Manhattan to Puerto Rican parents, right? Right? His father. Let me repeat this again. Carmelo Anthony's father was Puerto Rican, right? He was born in Manhattan to Puerto Rican parents. Let me say this again to y'all, right? His father is Puerto Rican of African, Spanish descent, right? His father was born in Manhattan to Puerto Rican parents. His father was a civil rights activist involved with the Young Lords, right? To the person who said, we get the point. Nah, tell your mother I said get to these nuts, you block bitch. Now how about that, pussy? Fuck out my channel, nigga. So, my point is this. They always say you are what your father is. Carmelo Anthony lost his father at 2 years old. I think that hurt him throughout his life. His father died of cancer uh, when he was only 2 years old. And so I believe that Carmelo wanted to keep his father's legacy alive. Claim that. Because, you only can have one father in life. And so I think that him losing his father at such an early age, he always wanted something to hold on to and carry on to. A kid like Melo grew up in a single parent home. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people just nitpicking on this shit, man. People clowns, man. Like, real talk, man. Like, you can't have no real conversation because people just clowns, bro. They always want to find something, bro. It's bullshit, man. Bro, race baiters, man. Race baiters always want to find something, bro. So it is what it is. To the person who says he grew up in West Baltimore, nigga, you could be Puerto Rican and grow up in goddamn Idaho, motherfucker. That don't mean nothing, nigga. If his father's of Puerto Rican descent and he want to claim his father, nigga, that's his daddy, nigga. Who the fuck is anybody on this channel to tell him what to do? And nobody want to talk about something. Oh, just keep the FBI same energy when the FBA does it, bro. I don't have a problem with anybody claiming who they are, who their father is, because they say you are what your father is. So his father was born to Puerto Rican parents, and his father's of African and Spanish descent, right? Again, the man's dad died at 2 years old. So it wasn't like his dad just didn't want to be in his life. His father had cancer. You're a 2 year old growing up like that without your father. You're hearing about your father. His mom's probably telling him stories about his dad when he's growing up. You want to hold it down. That's all, right? You want to hold it down, right? Now, somebody spoke about the backlash comes from choosing to play for Team USA instead of Puerto Rico in the Olympics. Well, he lives in the United States. He grew up in the United States. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that grew up in the United States. You can go right now to New York, and there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that were born in the United States. Their families, entire family is Puerto Rican descent, but they grew up in the United States. Simple as that. I'm talking about in the I'm talking about in the States. I'm talking about before Puerto Rico became a part of the. See what I'm saying? Yeah, we getting to that. Think about what I just said now, right? It's a lot of people who are Dominicans, right? Who grew up. It's a lot of people who are Haitians that grew up in the United States. Does that make them not Haitian because they were born or raised in the United States? No. No. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is. The man's just saying what his father is. I have no issue with that. Carmelo Anthony's a basketball player, a former basketball player, not no fake ass militant like a lot of these guys are. Period. That you guys are sitting out here complaining about something this man said. Yeah, niggas is extra pussy. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad that niggas would nitpick shit like that when y'all don't see Carmelo Anthony leaning on the black community to ask them to bail him out of shit. You haven't seen him doing that to anybody. He minds his own business and he goes about what he does. What's the problem? What's the problem? He ain't out here on no he not out here on no you know, Dr. Umar Johnson type shit or any of the other brothers that's pushing a certain line. He's not doing all that. He's a basketball player that his father was Puerto Rican. Parents of his father were Puerto Rican. Father died at 2 years old. Probably grew up hearing stories from his mom about his dad, because his dad died from cancer, right? And it probably bothered him as a young adolescent to grow up without his father. Period. So he probably wanted to carry on that tradition from the part of his father, because his father could not see all the great things he was able to do in life, even without his father being present. I don't have no problem with Carmelo Anthony. And a lot of people, they just come on YouTube capping. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They just come on YouTube capping, man. You know? So the person who said he should have kept the same energy for his mom, he did. Did you hear what he said about his mom in the speech? And guess what? His mom loved the speech. Mm-hmm. Think about that. Mm-hmm. So again, see, let me tell you something, right? You can go to Dubai and be African American, right? You could bone a chick in Dubai, get her pregnant, the baby comes, and what's the baby gonna be considered? Black. Why? You the father. So it don't matter that the baby was born in a different country. You are what your father is. And that's how they gonna call you. Point blank period. But you guys want to just nitpick with one certain guy that ain't even on that type time. That's the shit that pissed me off, man. People be so worried about the wrong stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I could see if Carmelo Anthony was out here leaning on the community for all types of capping ass shit, he don't do that. You know what I mean? And like I said before, man, a lot of these people, man, they just unhappy with their own personal situations. And so what they do is they have to worry about little dumb shit like that from a guy who don't even, I mean, Carmelo Anthony does a basketball podcast where he just has fun talking about basketball and other things, that he likes to talk about. He's not out here, pushing no race line and stuff like that and all the other stuff. And then guess what? Since we want to talk about black folks, when it was time to step up and speak up for black folks, Carmelo Anthony didn't only put his money, he put his effort where his mouth was. Remember when they had that situation in the bubble, when they or before the bubble, when they had the protests, Carmelo Anthony was standing hand in hand with blacks. But see, y'all forget about all that. Y'all just want to come out here and talk shit about it, man, because you know. Oh, he grew up in Baltimore, motherfucker. I know goddamn Indians. They grew up in Baltimore. Does that make them not an Indian? Does that make them not from India? Let me say this again. I know Irish people that grew up in Boston. Does that make them not Irish? Well, what the hell is wrong with these people? If you're Irish and you're born in Boston, does that not make you Irish? You know how many parents played professional basketball overseas or professional sports, had kids overseas in different countries? Does that mean that they're not African American? Or make it make sense? So mofo used the narrative against Carmelo. Oh, he was born in Baltimore, nigga. Huh? Wasn't Carmelo Anthony born in? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Just as I thought, Carmelo Anthony was born in Brooklyn, New York, and grew up in Baltimore. Right? I'm just saying. So, at the end of the day, man, people just find a reason why to talk shit, man. And that's all there is to it, man. Shout out to Melo, man. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on the Hall of Fame career. You know, people just, like I said, man, they bottom feeders, man. People's clowns, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Oh, well, why did he play for Team USA? Because he grew up in the United States his entire life. He was born in Brooklyn and was raised basically in Baltimore. It makes sense. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody tapping on in, man. I hate when people do this, play these little race games, man. People crazy, man. Like I said before, this shit is disgusting to me, man. It really is, bro. I'm gone, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.